Hey y'all, Wild Weather here for liveweatherblogs.com, and boy do we have a storm brewing for us down here in the southern states. Right here, main area low pressure is going to take over is down here making landfall on the panhandle of Florida. Uh, just a little east of Fort Walton Beach at this point is going to roll up the front right now, crossing through east central Pennsylvania, going from just east of Scranton to about Lancaster and down into the Shenandoah Valley. This is going to act as the kind of the railroad tracks for the storm here to come up the coast. When the storm reaches about North Carolina, in this spot, this northern piece of energy is going to slide southeastward and really energize the storm. Call that phasing. When these storms phase together, look for a whole lot of rain and wind to break out in the mid-Atlantic up into New England as well. So this storm diving down, I'll show this in the water vapor map in a moment. This storm will dive down, energize the storm coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, and when that happens, it's actually going to pull the storm inland like this a little bit, probably crossing somewhere between the eastern Chesapeake Bay on the shore here, or coming across Delaware Bay, move in like this, come up in this fashion, and then kick out. When it moves up in this fashion here, it's cold air that's up here in Canada. Drag the cold air down to Canada and change some of the rain over here in the Pittsburgh area, Allegheny Mountains area, Johnstown, Aliquippa area into snow perhaps. And winter storm watches have been issued because of this. Back east, we're going to have the heavy rain and possibly some strong to severe thunderstorms. We'll see how things move here and see how much instability comes up the coast. Quite a bit of heavy showers and thunderstorms right now across Florida and southern, southeastern Georgia at this point. All this on this website here, brought to you by weatherunderground.com. Let's now go to the water vapor map, and wow, this is right here. This is we haven't seen this in quite a while, folks. I think quite honestly, in terms of a storm that's going to become the coast like this, we haven't seen this since October 28th, and we know what happened October 28th. We had the snow of the 36 inches up here. We don't see that happening this time around, but cold air is going to come racing down out of Canada aloft. And as this storm really gets itself together, and this energy here dives down into the storm, really develops it, and this storm takes a little left-hand hook here. This area, out in this area here in Pennsylvania and western New York State, look out for rain changes and snow. A lot of leaves on the trees out here in the higher elevations could cause some local power outages. We'll see how it materializes. It's very difficult to predict where snow will fall, especially in April. So we'll see where it goes. Best bet for any snow fall is probably where I'm going with my cursor here. In this area here in western New York, Buffalo, perhaps Syracuse, and in this area, as the storm comes up like this, it shoves and grabs the cold air down from aloft, down here from east central Canada, comes racing across the Great Lakes. Back east again, along the east coast here, all rain, heavy rain at that, 2 to 4 inches, very likely in this area. Look for small streams rising. Very important that you heed warnings if you see any flood warnings. The ground is hard as a rock. Right, it has not rained in this area for quite a long time, as you remember the brush fires of the last couple of weeks, and it's very dry in my backyard right now. Once this heavy rain hits that ground, it's going to run off immediately into our streams. Look for these streams to be very muddy looking and perhaps very turbulent looking, so stay away from them. Don't get caught in high water, and don't go near high water. Don't cross high water but your car. Right now you can currently see there is a blocking situation going on up here, so as this storm intensifies, it's not going to come this way. The storm is actually to come up from where we see it here, and then little left-hand hook here across probably somewhere between the eastern shore of Maryland here, Chesapeake Bay, Delaware Bay, perhaps southwestern New Jersey, and then come up in this fashion and kick out. Again, 2 pieces of information that you need to know. You got one storm system up here diving southeastward. Impressive upper level low with surface low pressure right now developing right here just east of Fort Walton Beach. All these things coming up the coast. Look at this moisture here. This moisture is gathering. This is the water vapor map again. You can clearly see we're scooping up all available moisture from deep chasms of the tropics across Florida up the east coast. Get ready, folks. It's textbook here. Heavy rain and maybe even some mountain snow with wind gusts of 40, 45, maybe 50 miles per hour on the coast, causing coastal flooding. All right, here's your looking at some of your watches now. Flash flood watches for all of southern New England, down in the Delaware Valley. Winter storm watches now currently for eastern West Virginia, right through western Pennsylvania. Go in there closer, you can see Indiana, Du Bois, Clarion, Butler, and Pittsburgh in general. This area, look for some snow, maybe 2 to 4, maybe 3 to 6 inches in the higher elevations, maybe perhaps more, depending on exactly how the storm materializes. Again, southern New England, lots of flood washes, even some small craft advisories. Look for them to be upgraded across the Delaware Valley, whole I-95 corridor. Looks like heavy rain is on the way. This is from Intellicast.com. Clearly see moisture really getting ramped up. Here comes some showers and thunderstorms in from the Hudson Valley eastward into the Susquehanna Valley, moving east. Sorry about that. Look for rain and thunderstorms, some thunder and lightning. Nothing severe here over the next few hours. This is Wild Weather for LiveWeatherBlogs.com. I'll leave you this very impressive water vapor map. Again, northern energy moving down this way. We'll catch up to this upper level low coming up here. We have a makings of a major nor'easter, folks. So get ready and batten down the hatches and stay away from rising streams. This is Wild Weather here for LiveWeatherBlogs.com. Everyone have a great night.